I'm Venita Edie. I'm proud to say that I'm a 35-year breast cancer survivor. I was diagnosed in 1976. My youngest child was 4, and then I had 2 girls that were in school. I had 6 weeks of radiation, and we had to make daily trips to Omaha for that. Many times the whole family came to Omaha on a daily basis. My husband would go to work at 5 in the morning and get off at 1, and then we would head for Omaha every day of the week. But he was exhausted, and then he would go home and we'd have something to eat and go to bed and start over the next day. I remember Dr. Wagner saying, "I think we're going to pull out all the stops if that's okay with you." And I said, that's what I want, and I have to survive this. I remember what it was like that first Christmas, thinking, please God, don't let this be my last. Every day is a good day. Every birthday is just, one more bonus. I remember vividly the day that my first grandchild was born, and that I wasn't sure I would be there for that, but it was a wonderful day. And now I'm preparing for first great-grandchild. I'm positive for the breast cancer gene, and so are my 2 daughters. And so there's a lot of trepidation about our 6 granddaughters. When my mother was diagnosed at age 88, my oldest daughter went and talked to the hereditary group at Methodist, Dr. Lemon and Gwen Reiser and Kathy Christensen. And, they said, really, your mother needs to have the testing. And so then I eventually came in and talked to the group, and I turned up to be positive for the BRCA1 gene, and I was not surprised at all. I just had a feeling I was positive just because of our family history. There's a lot of breast cancer on my mother's side, and so I just really thought, that I would be positive, and I was. And then later on, after my daughters were through having children, they both got tested, and they both turned up positive. And they weren't surprised. My younger daughter said she really was relieved to know that she was positive, because then she, that qualified her for closer surveillance, more testing. And my older daughter feels kind of the same way, that she was glad to know she was positive and glad to know what she could do. And then as our granddaughters, reach that time, they probably will be tested as well. And I went to see Dr. Peter Morris after I found out that I was positive for the breast cancer gene. And he said, right away, you need to have a hysterectomy and you need to get rid of your ovaries. They told both of my daughters that having their ovaries removed probably reduced their risk of breast cancer by about 40%. If it appears you need genetic testing, don't be afraid to get it. You need to look at your family history and be aware of your family history. And if you see a lot of evidence of cancer there, then hook up with a group such as the hereditary group at Methodist, and they can help you decide if you need to be tested or not. This whole cancer thing has been a real journey for me and for my whole family. It hasn't always been the most fun vacation we've ever taken, but we do continue on the journey, and always will.